Hey guys, this is Delphion XXL here from the Backup Charters. Today we are going over a personal favorite of mine, Razorgale Vanitas. This deck was originally popularized by Etka at the last year's Nationals, or last season's Nationals rather, and we have made some changes in the DTR season and I wanted to go over them with you. Alright, so first and foremost, our spirit is actually the Spirit of Serene Wind. It is a Glimpse 6, Recover 6 spirit, giving us a little bit of recover, but since we're playing Vanitas, we will always be wind. This also helps set up our glimpses to find our Razorgales and stuff in the early game. Champion lineage, of course, as the name suggests, we are Vanitas level 1, Vanitas level 2, and Vanitas level 3. Big thing here is Vanitas level 1 allows us to glimpse early as well, so in total it's about like 10 glimpses alone. This actually starts the attack part of the deck. Vanitas level 3 provides 3 things. It is more health, it is a bigger attack, and it can be activated during our turn, which means it also triggers off Razorgale. The big part of the deck is to be able to draw, because we want to see a lot of cards, have a lot of cards, because we are basically a reactionary deck. So, Grand Crusader's Ring is our Divine Relic of choice, allowing us to draw a card, generate good draw card. Backup Charger and Tengu are the other 2 draw cards. Putting 3 down, drawing in a memory is fine. Power Cell, we run Turbocharge on the list to allow us to draw more. This is the other draw card. And the last draw card, if you remember the last season, we were running Windspire Crest, which was a good one, not too bad, but we actually changed it out this season with a better card, in my opinion, Nefarious Timepiece. This card it costs more, it's basically a Scepter of Lumina. But the big thing is you can declare a Regalia in your opponent's material deck and it costs 1 more. So you could pretty much play this and hold on to this, getting rid of an opponent's like Backup Charger, Grand Crusader's Ring, or more deck-specific things like Umbra Diana. You can get rid of her Shadow's Twin weapon, for example. Super good, in my opinion. And then you can crack it and draw in a memory. So it's also a cake. We are running some utility pieces, Terrafring for ally lists, Safeguard for some of those spell lists like some Xander and other Razorgale lists, and Fireballs. We are running Necklace of Foresight. Again, we want to be able to find our stuff, so having a card to glimpse us some more is really nice and useful for the list. Last but not least, we are running Orb of Sealing. This card is much better now. It stops slimes. We can banish their slimes face down, meaning they don't get extra counts on their storm slimes or anything that requires slime counts. I think the big thing with it now, as well as also being a counter to CL. Being able to, when they go to do like Elimination's Toll or Beguiling Coup, being able to stop them from using the attack power on the weapon or subbing out for that attack, I think is a far better utility than this deck really needs. Alright, we're going over the main deck now. We are going to go over the first part of the list, which is the Razorgale portion. So, of course, for a Razorgale deck, we need Razorgale, 4 of. It is a 4-cost wind card that says anytime we play a wind card, you can target a champion and have him deal 1 damage. Mostly this can go to the opponent. Unless your opponent is spell-shot, then you're just sad. Big thing is, instead of it being a 4-cost for our deck, it is a 2-cost since we are in fact a cleric and not a mage or a warrior. So it is a 2-cost card that we can bring out way earlier and much more quicker and in multiple copies. Pretty much our way to essentially make us have 8 Razorgales is we're playing a Cyclical Breeze. This card is also a 4-cost card that becomes a 2-cost card since we are a cleric or a mage. This allows us to retrieve any wind element spell, which thankfully Razorgale is a wind spell Fantasia, which will allow us to regrab Razorgales if they've been gotten rid of for any reason, from like a Scatter Essence or Expel the Departed, or the new Exalted card that does the same. Other cards we can retrieve off Veiling Breeze is our protection spell, Veiling Breeze. It is a wind spell we can grab off that also triggers off Razorgale. Currently in this format, I have not seen too many nullifying mirrors. I think the material decks are starting to get very spread thin as to what you can sub out. So I think being able to take advantage of that with Veiling Breeze, meaning we get like full protections against a lot of things, especially into Onsol, I think is very useful for us. The other big card is Fairy Whispers. Again, we like glimpsing stuff and finding things. That's good. This is a 1-cost card that triggers off Razorgale. That also allows us to glimpse and find more pieces, allowing us to find the cyclical breezes in case these are gone, or even to find more bailing breezes, which is always a good thing for our list in specifics. Alright, now we are going to go over the other portion of the Razorgale list, which is some of the other spells and stuff we play. We play to scout the land. Of course, it's not as good as Fairy Whispers, but being able to look at the top 4, rearrange them, draw a card, and at fast speed for Razorgale is a good thing. We are also running 2 sets of 0 cost. One of them is a 0 cost, the other one is a pseudo 0 cost. 3 visits, really good card. Can activate up to 3 times, so 3 different triggers for Razorgale. Resting your champion, healing your champion, and glimpsing 2, being able to set up for future turns, I think in my opinion is really nice. Especially being able to do this during your opponent's turn to deal some damage, during your turn to deal some damage. It's just a good card in my opinion. Next off, we're running 4 Dominating Strike. This is the other pseudo 0 cost I was talking about. It is a 3 cost 4 attack, 4 power attack card, but the unique thing with it is the attack cannot be used with weapons, which is a downside in some opinion. The big thing is it is a win card that can be triggered with Razorgale, and its ability says you can reveal 3 win cards to make this card cost 0. It is an alternate cost, therefore this is a 0 cost 4 attack for Vanny, which is really good. Once you go to level 2, it becomes a 5 cost attack that can also ping with Razorgale. Vanny level 3, it becomes 7. You can just start stacking damage with it real fast. We run 1 Diablary. I may be looking to add a second one in here because I really like this card. Last season, we were running 3 of these. I have moved it down to 1 since I have room for other things. The big thing with it is a 2 cost float fast speed card that also steals a Divine Relic, which in some cases can become really handy, especially when you're stealing other GCRs, Grails, Artivores, etc. It is a really good card. You cannot use this on Looking Glass. We are also going to be looking at 3 Stifling Shot with the power of level 3 decks coming back. Dungeon Guides are such a hassle to deal with. This is such a nice card, I honestly almost want to put this to 4. I think being able to stop early Dungeon Guides, Heavenly Guides, is really good. And it's something that our deck needs for us to survive. We are running 4 favorable wins. It is a 1 cost fast speed float that can protect our allies. Next off is Reclaim, a 2 cost fast speed float that returns the target ally. This is usually to return some of our allies, mainly Windmill Engineer, or even the new ally we have in here, which I'll show you in just a bit. Good card. Just good flip for us as well. We are running 3 Zephyrs. Being able to shut down weapons, especially with something like Onslow running around, being able to Zephyr their Voltov Blade and the unattack trigger, completely stopping the rest of their Onslow turn is huge. Other weapons and stuff for like Fiza and stuff is really awesome and really good in this format. Something we really need. Last but not least, we're running 2 Turbo Charges. We are running 2 instead of 1 because we really want to find this, especially when we go to do our backup charger turn. Really good draw card, sacrifice our power cell, but we're not really using it for anything else outside of the Shimmercloak Assassin ally we use, which, depending on how you feel, is good, but you're usually using it just to sack your cell to draw, because we want to see as many cards and draw as many cards as we can. Alright, we are going on the last portion of this list, which is the ally portion of this list. We are running a small ally package to basically allow us to not have to solely rely on Razorgale or Bust. We want to be able to actually do stuff outside of Razorgale. The first new addition is Nocturne's Blossom. This card, in my opinion, is a really good card for this deck. It is a 1 cost ally, 0/1 stealth ally. The big thing with it is it does recover 1 at the end of your turn, meaning especially if you have multiple of these set up, you can just have a little bit of a recovering area for a bit. You know, being able to recover 1 to 3 every turn on top of 3 visits or whatever else, or even just some protected Bailing Breezes. In my opinion, it's useful. It is also a 1 cost card, so it doesn't hurt us. Big funny thing about this card, it is a flower, so there is, you can brew that 7 cost wind potion if you decide to play that. But it is kind of funny. Of course, Windmill Engineer, normal wind staple and mass wind decks, allows us to go neutral. It is a card that can ping our Razorgale, and it is our main target for Reclaim. You can also reclaim the Nocturne Blossom. That is a second target that really can benefit from reclaiming. For Shimmercloak Assassin, it is our 3/2/2 stealth ally. Super good card, really good attack ally that just is really starting to ping in for some damage. We are running 4 Maiden of Glimmerzesk. It is a 3 cost 2/2 ally, just like Shimmercloak. It does not get the stealth, but the main thing with this is it costs 1 less for every Fantasia up to 2, meaning at best we can make this a 1/2/2 ally with 2 Razorgales out, or even a Razorgale, a Maiden, and a second Maiden. Really good card. Of course, these are all wins, so these will all ping off Razorgale as well, meaning we can get some ping damage in with that as well. Last but not least, my personal deck of choice, but this is obviously I think the most flexible spot you have, is I'm running 3 Swift Recruits. I think with having Onslow and such running around, having an Interceptor is useful. It is a win card, meaning it can take some ping damage. With Razorgale, it being Intercept and also Floating Memory means it can help us facilitate Vanitas level 2 and 3. Or, if worse, it is a 2/1/2 attacker. It's okay. But you can change it out with things like Dream Fairy, Eternal Magistrate, or even Ensnaring Fumes. Whatever you feel like your locals or your format is requiring for you. Last but not least, I'm going to go over a little bit of a side deck that I've been working on. It's not great, it's not the final list, but it's definitely something for you to look at. We're going to go over One Tithe Proclamation. Yes, we are also a deck that likes to draw, but we usually don't draw enough or draw up to the cap that this card allows. Being able to stop the any of the Spectre lists that use the Double Flow and Liminal Guide package to be able to level up to level 3 without losing too much influence. This card's a game changer for that, forcing them to draw less, especially in the fire variants where they can't do they can't level up, eat flow, liminal, and then try to round Abyss or Creative Shot. Being able to shut that down is huge here. Censor, again, another Spectre card that we need to deal with. Being able to shut down the Floating Memory to begin with is great. It's a card I think we need, especially going into game 2 and 3. It is a very handy card. While it does hinder our float a little bit, I think we manage a little bit better without using our float more than, an example, like Onslow Lorraine or even Ascension Merlin. Nullifying Lantern, stopping those Fiza, Philo, and of course Rending Flame decks. Just a good card. Yeah, it hurts our Cyclical Breeze, but I would rather sacrifice the Cyclical Breeze to be able to stop those in a heartbeat. Just some other cool tech cards. We are running 3 Cleansing Reunion. Being able to remove the fire stuff from the graveyard, such as the Float and the Liminal Guides, is huge. I can tell you from personal experience, this card really hurts. Having to sit there and take on this card, having them remove your Rile of the Abysses, having them remove your Float and Liminal Guides and stuff, really hurts most decks, and this card is a huge asset to that. Last but not least, the other card is running 3 of the new Purging Tempest. It is another one card we can play until the end of turn. If one of our cards would hit the graveyard this turn, it gets banished instead, of course, being the final card to use to stop the Spectre package. In my opinion, this card is good. Further testing, we'll see if this card actually remains, but I personally do like the card. But that is Razorgale Vanitas for you. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for all the love and support you've been giving us. We would love to do this some more. Thank you very much. Bye.